Lakers Nation, what is going on? So welcome back to the channel with a new video this morning. And recently we just got a report coming from Jake Fisher that the asking price for Chicago Bulls starting center Nikola Vucevic could start at 2 second-round picks. Vucevic 20 million salary with a third and final season to go is at $21.5 million, and the 2025-26 season is far more palatable for teams to absorb. One GM told me he'll put the two-time All-Star's likely price point in a trade at 2 second-round picks. Now, we all know as diehard Lakers fan that we're aware that we need to make a trade desperately to fulfill Anthony Davis' dreams to get a center. And I'm pretty sure JJ Redick, since he got the head coaching job for the Lakers back in the offseason, that he wants a big bruising big next to Anthony Davis. And also our GM Rob Pelinka, it looks like he's being active. I'm not really sure what's going behind the scenes and stuff like that, but coming from multiple sources or reports that the Lakers are very active when it comes to trading for center. And Anthony Davis, he can roam, he can help. And that's how we won the championship in 2019-2020 by having three big men, Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, and Dwight Howard. You get what I'm trying to say? So the Lakers are trying to go back to that, from, back then. But there are some other centers that the Lakers can maybe target. You got Nicholas Claxton from the Brooklyn Nets, but most likely the asset price is going to be high, probably 2 first-round picks. I'm pretty sure he's making around 20 plus million, 23, 24 million. So it's going to be very hard. Like the question for today's video, what are the Lakers looking for? Like what type of center? It's going to come down to, the salary, the price, draft assets, first-round picks, second-round picks. So whatever the case may be, X player. And also you got Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz. He's still young. He still has to improve. I'm pretty sure he's on his rookie contract. He's making around $2.9 million, so close to $3 million, but it's pretty cheap, pretty reasonable. The only question is the Utah Jazz, you got their GM, Danny Ainge. He's a great GM. That's what makes him that great, is that he likes first-round picks. Most likely, they're going to be asking for at least 1 or 2 first-round picks. And, of course, you got the Portland Trailblazers center. They're probably going to be asking 1 first-round pick for Robert Williams, which is a risk because he's injury-prone. He can't stay healthy. Last year, played around 6 games out of 82. And he hasn't been able to crack at least 20 games in the rotation ever since he got traded from the Boston Celtics. So he is a lob threat. He could protect the rim. He doesn't really space out the floor like that, but he could do the dirty work. Like I said, he's undersized. He's like 6'9", but he is making around $14 million, so that is pretty cheap, pretty reasonable. And then, of course, you got the Wizards, big bruising center that the Lakers could use, and Jonas Valanciunas. The Lakers had an opportunity to get him in the offseason as a free agent, and LeBron James was willing to take a pay cut, but they didn't, fulfill that. And obviously he signed with the Wizards for 3 years, $30 million. He's making around $10 million, so that is pretty cheap, pretty reasonable. And I could definitely see the Lakers working out a trade for Jonas Valanciunas just because the connection, and the Lakers have a great, relationship with the Washington Wizards, making trades in the past. So that is very interesting. And also you got Nick Richards from the Charlotte Hornets. I wouldn't mind him. He's probably one of my favorite just because of his contract. He's pretty cheap. He's making around $5 million. And I doubt that they're going to be asking some first-round picks, maybe second-round picks. But I forgot to mention when I was talking about Jonas Valanciunas, the Wizards reportedly want a young player and, draft assets. But I'm not sure if it's going to be first-round picks. I doubt that they're going to ask for first-round picks, most likely some second-round picks. So we'll see what happens. You guys let me know in the comment section how do you guys feel about, the center options. But going back to Nikola Vucevic, he's 34 years of age. He's a little bit older on the side of things, but he's like a bruising big. He weighs about 260 pounds. And we know Jackson Hayes, he's been injured lately. He got an ankle injury back in practice in Tuesday a couple weeks ago, but they did evaluate him and stuff like that. And obviously he came back against the Phoenix Suns when the Lakers got blown out in the NBA Cup game, lost their first Cup game ever, but he got injured, I believe, in the third or fourth quarter. He injured the same ankle and stuff like that. So he's been out. He didn't play the last game against San Antonio Spurs, but tonight I'm hearing that he's doubtful. So the Lakers really don't have that much help in the front court. They're very thin. He also got Christian Koloko, but you're really relying on a two-way guy on a contract. He's not fully developed, and he still has to get in rhythm after, suffering the blood clot and stuff like that, being out at least almost a year and a half, almost close to 2 years. And Christian Wood is still out. Jared Vanderbilt's still out on the front court. So the Lakers must get some help in the front court. But Nikola Vucevic is having a very good season. He's playing like an all-star caliber player. He's an elite offensive center. He's really known for his scoring and his versatility, getting rebounds, and his ability to stretch the floor as a stretch five. And he's generally weak in exterior defense, can't really guard the perimeter. He is very slow, especially when it comes to defending on the perimeter against quicker players, their feet and stuff like that. But he is solid in the interior. He is a positional defender and rebounder, but I wouldn't say he's like an elite shot blocker or rim protector, nothing along those lines. But he's someone that can, give you a double-double any single night. And I do want to show you his stats for the Chicago Bulls lately against Orlando Magic back in November 27th. He had 19 points, shooting 8 of 20 from the field, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Also against the Wizards, 29 minutes, 19 points, 9 of 14 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and obviously against the Memphis Grizzlies, 28 minutes, 26 points, 9 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from the three-point line, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. So you can see his stats, obviously. And also in the regular season, he is playing around close to 32 minutes a night, averaging 20.4 points per game, shooting 57.1% from the field, 44.9% from the three-point line, which is actually incredible, 9.9 rebounds, 3.2 assists. He isn't the greatest playmaker, but at least he could be serviceable. 0.7 steals and 0.9 blocks. But when you look at the Chicago Bulls, what do they want? Because it looks like they should be tanking. I think they're going to be rebuilding. They obviously traded Alex Caruso to OKC for Josh Giddey. And also they got some young players like Ayo Dosunmu. They still got some veterans on their team, like Nikola Vucevic, Zach LaVine. And also there's been reports that they're looking to trade Lonzo Ball. But I'm pretty sure he's on an expiring contract. And I'm pretty sure you got teams like the Brooklyn Nets. They don't want to take on more salary and stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. But I would say Nikola Vucevic, he would fit next to Anthony Davis because of his floor spacing. And the thing is, I'm not really sure if I want to trade for a $20 million center. Is it really worth it? It depends. If you're giving up second round picks, let's say, let me go to Fanspot, right? You see this trade. You got Nikola Vucevic, $20 million, 2 years. Maybe you could throw in Rui Hachimura. He's 6'8", power forward. He's making around $17 million, 2 years. That would work. Maybe you can throw in Christian Wood, 3 years, 1 year left on his contract. Maybe you can throw in some 2 second-round picks to 2027 or 2030. Or you can make this other move, right? Instead of having Rui, let me remove Rui and do the trade. Maybe you can add D'Angelo Russell because he's on an expiring contract, $18.6 million, 1 year. So this trade could work. Or maybe he could remove the 2027 second round pick and maybe add a 2031 second round pick to the Chicago Bulls. This trade would work. See? It says success. So basically, we'll be getting Nikola Vucevic. The Bulls can get D'Angelo Russell's expiring contract and also Christian Wood, 2030 second round and 2031 second round. So you guys let me know in the comment section what do you guys think of this trade. I think it would work, but once again, the Lakers can't take back more salary, so they have to send more in order to make the trade, I'm pretty sure. But the CBA and rules and stuff like that really make it complicated, but we'll see what happens. They're pretty young, the Chicago Bulls, and I honestly think that they're looking to, rebuild, like I said, because they got some young players. They also got their draft pick and recently who they drafted. But make sure you guys like the video. Really helped the algorithm a lot. Make sure you guys get it to a big audience. Also subscribe. We're on the road to 3K subs. And turn on notification bell so you guys get notified of future Lakers content. And I want to show you Nikola Vucevic stats for his career from, other teams. No, this is not what I meant to put. Nikola Vucevic, ESPN. So For his career, 17.2 points, 31.4 minutes a night, shooting 49.7% from the field, 34.5% from three. So he's actually shooting a career high from the three-point line, because last year he shot around 29.4%, but he's shooting 77% from the free throw line for his career. 10.5 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 0.9 blocks, 0.8 steals. But I'm out of here. Peace.